The kicker, Blake Rupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals come out, they're led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019, the 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now Murray to throw on second down. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and 11. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a 5th-round selection out of the 2024 draft. From South Carolina by way of Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters. And there's a great example of the pressure altering the quarterback's plan. They need to continue to get him off his spot, continue to make him speed through those progressions. I think if they can continue to do that, they're going to find good success.
Here's Rattler. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down. Over a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, a Saint was able to get on it quick, so they're going to keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We've seen a couple of punts so far to start this game out, so they'll try it again in this scoreless game with 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Pitt product, James Conner. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
On first down, Murray. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. And another first down and another big gainer. This time 23 yards.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Now he'll run. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Connor. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run with Connor. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
They'll try it now with Benson. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
The Saints offense ready for their second possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Brought down at his own 4-yard line. Brings up second down.
Second down, they need 7. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Throwing is Rattler. He's got his man. That's Olave. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory. Past midfield.
2 yards.
A big play after being backed up. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard
How
line.
about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. 'Cause I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Well, I can promise you that's not what they had in mind when they called that play. They're thinking either catch the defense in deep, soft coverage, or maybe you get lucky and they're blitzing. In this case, they get neither and pick up a minimal gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Kamara. Kamara got a first down, still going. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Saints.
They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, New Orleans. Looking to throw, Rattler. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
First and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Makes the score Saints 7, Cardinals nothing.
Wait, 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Dortch now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. First down, the drive begins with Connor. And he searches folks for a gain of about 5.
Mario Davis on the tackle. A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Here's the punter now. And John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
1st and 10.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Rattler now back to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing now is Rattler. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Big Dalvin Tomlinson getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Rattler going to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now Murray keeping it himself, and he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
2nd down. Murray. He'll get that to Wilson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Pick up of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
25 yards, the pickup there. It's an Arizona first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense. The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the zone read, given to Connor. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12. That's Jones in motion. On 3rd down, Murray. That one incomplete. Coverage standing there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Ryland now, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Saints offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after 1st down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. A pass, caught by the veteran, that's Brandon Cooks. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll tuck it and take off. Murray, the former baseball player, knows how to slide. And he does it here after picking up the first down.
And a Cardinal first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Now 2nd down throw from Murray. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
10 yards.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A big play there on the scramble. 32 yards.
First down, Arizona.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play.
An 8-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 17-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Here's a give up the middle, Connor. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They try and run for this with Connor. He stopped at the 11, but that is enough. A first down picked up as they are getting close.
A gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Murray now on 2nd down. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, Looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Throw across his body is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Well, chalk that up as a win for the defense. Great job keeping a lid on this offensive passing attack. Force the ball to get checked down to the running back, rally, tackle him short of the sticks, and now brings up a pretty interesting 4th down.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Conner, touchdown Cardinals. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Ryland's kick here is good, and the Cardinals are on top. It's now 10-7. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Saints offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down
and 10.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Left side into the hands of Olave. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On the return, it's Dortch. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
1st and 10.
The Cards offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the 1st half that has really given them fits. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Conner. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
2nd and 11. They'll go again here to Conner. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Devon Godchaux there on the tackle.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Murray. Flushed to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set down.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And a Cardinal.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
Marvin Harrison Jr. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Power run inside. Here's Connor. Connor's got the 1st down and more. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
37-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. We're back to New Orleans after this. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Murray. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Is good. Makes the score Cardinals 17, Saints 7.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Velus Jones now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So Chris Olave and the rest of the Saints offense getting ready for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the 1st half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's Rattler. Shaheed with the catch. That helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
A gain of 17
yards, the gain there. It's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Looking to throw, Rattler. His pass taken in by Shaheed. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
14 more yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
11 more yards.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. Just a short game.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
It's now third down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Here's Murray. That ball's caught. It's Zay Jones. And he's going to be taken down to 37.
First down.
It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space. And they're able to convert.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down.
Second down.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Conner. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Gun, here's a give to Kamara. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
A loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now Rattler going to throw. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
That's good for us.
They've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
A loss of 2.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And he'll just bite the board and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Crackler now back to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the third and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
The Saints will punt this one away. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and a yard. Murray with a give to Connor. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's an Arizona first down.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Connor. He does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 43, it's second and 3. Connor from out of the pistol. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
29 yards. First down, Arizona.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, it's Murray. Scrambling to his left. And nice work there, going to a slide and gain about 7.
A 6-yard pickup.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
From the 21, here's second down and 3. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First down, Cardinals.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
On the give. This is Connor. Whoa! What a move! He's in. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Cardinals up their lead. It's now 24-7. Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Chad Ryland.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. The toss out quickly here to Cooks. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down with Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
To throw, it's Rattler. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
Throwing is Rattler. Open man, right side. He's got it. Call it a gain of 13. First down, New Orleans.
13 yards on the play.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
On the handoff, it's Kamara. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A loss of 9
That's
on
the
play.
veteran Calais
Brings up 3rd
Campbell.
down.
In for the sack. It's a loss of 9. and sets up third down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Throwing now, Murray on first down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Makes it third.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Murray keeping it himself. A gain there of 16 yards. It's an Arizona first down.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
Murray going to hand this to Benson. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, Benson begins the 4th quarter.
Trey Benson, the ball carrier. A gain of 7. First down, Arizona.
First and 10. Now give up the middle, it's Benson. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run. It's Amadi Mercado. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. Will run. It's DeMarcado. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
He's brought down at the 31. It's a gain of 10. First down, Cardinals.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
Off the play fake. Here's Murray. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On third down, Murray. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
The Cardinals line up for a punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
To Jawan Johnson. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
At the 21-yard line.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll look to throw yet again. The right side to Olave. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Rattler. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And it's really been their inability of the offensive line to keep the quarterback upright. And it's a big reason why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, Rattler. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Saints.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He takes off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Baron Browning on the stop.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Throwing now from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to 1st and goal.
That's good.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A 9-yard loss.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. DeMarcado.
The ball carrier. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Fair catch.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Catch made right side. It's Johnson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Rapper gonna throw. He'll step up and run.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. Cardinals say they have it, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Cards offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Benson. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 2nd down.
So it's a win for the visitors, the Cardinals. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, We say so long, everyone.